Welcome back, folks. Hello. You're on 50. It comes faster when you push up. If you push down, it'll open and close twice. Sit, Bowie. Good boy. Come on, sit. He's still in training. Come here. Sit. 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 Oh, he's being ordinary because someone's here. Sit, buddy. Sit. Come on, be good. There you go. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Bowie, sit. Bite. Sit. Bowie, come on. All your fans are watching. There he goes. Good boy. Yes, you are. So, yeah, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Chris Hurtis, Fight the Good Fight. The coolest, chillest, flyest, most amazing, most awesome, most sickest, most slyest channel on YouTube and the internet. We cover all the cool stuff. Cute animals, funny jokes, like your mama's so fat, when she goes camping, the bears hang their food in the trees. That type of stuff, you know? Oh, look at the snow out there, folks. Wow, she's just a flying. I told you the winter season wasn't over yesterday, and that we would see how well the city workers do with our side street service. It was well done before this started flying, so they might not come and hit it because it might not be that much, but we'll see. Excuse me, folks. Bruno Hakalugi. I know, buddy. Go, go. Hey, stop. Go, Bowie. Come on. So, yeah, we got lots of snow today, isn't it, eh? It's snowing, buddy. Yes, it is. It's snowing. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of that, Bowie? I didn't have a safety meeting with us. I probably should have. Oh, look at that. We're getting a result right away. Well, that's fine. I got the bag right here. Start picking that up. He did his duty. Now we have to do our duty and get his duty off of the ground. And there you go, folks. That's that. We got his duty. Good boy, Bowie. Good boy. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, you are such a handsome dog. Yes. Come here. Oh, there he is. Oh, oh, okay. No, he's got that. Okay, that's better. It's just under his one leg now, but it was wrapped around his back foot for a moment. So yeah, anyways, as I was saying, put that down. Good boy. Fucking thing's gotta die. No, put it down. Drop it. Drop. Bowie, come here. Come here. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Put it down. I said, fuck it. Good. Now, I don't want you eating that. Put my foot over it at the very least. What the fuck was I saying? Fuck, I'm such a stoner. Pretty sure I was saying I didn't bring a safety meeting. Probably should have. Bruno Hakalugi visiting us again. Sorry about that, folks. Well, why am I apologizing so much? I know my subs aren't thin-skinned Karens. They can handle me hawking a loogie once in a while. Yes, and I just want to say welcome aboard to all the new subscribers. Thanks for sticking around, all the day oneers. You're all rock stars. This is Bowie's Morning Walk, February 27, 2025. So yeah, he's digging for China. Did you make it? What'd you find? What did you get? What did Bowie get? What did you get? What'd you get, buddy? I love this dog. He's so awesome. It's my neighbor's dog, but I'd take a bullet for him like I would for your dog. So Don't think I love him any less than his owners do. He's quite a freaking awesome dog. When Bowie listens, oh, it's amazing. When he's being ordinary, nipping at your feet, or like totally not listening, it's, oh boy. Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate, you know? It's almost like a kid when they misbehave. It's you got to think of appropriate punishments or something, but party is like, I just want to let them off the hook, you know? But we all have to learn discipline. We all have to learn consequences for our actions. And I think it would do a lot of good for society if people learn self-accountability and, you know, stuff like that. Like, these politicians that have been in power for so many years have gotten away with so much, and we just let it happen year after year, administration after administration. And it seems as though as soon as something serious gets on the table that they might make some progress on, oh, a scandal hits the fucking front page, like Trudeau shit is... Oh, fuck. Motherfucker. Sit down. Ow. Fuck, folks. Son of a bitch. Ah. Fuck, that hurt. What's going on? Why don't I... Oh. Snow on the camera. Whew, I just took a dive. I forgot the ice underneath where that... Oh. Sacre, I lifted that. Hey, easy. I lifted that skid yesterday so the ice under it would melt and stuff. Yeah, stoner bonehead, I slipped on the ice today, forgetting about what was under the snow. So as I was saying, as soon as an issue hits the table and it looks as though some progress is going to be made, whether it's the issue of homelessness or the issue of letting non-violent drug offenders out of jail, or if it's the issue of lowering taxes for small businesses, whatever it is. Like, it could be whatever issue you can come up with, it'll be on the table and they'll be making progress. And then, like I said, all of a sudden, oh, Trudeau couldn't make it to the bathroom this morning and shit his pants, and then that becomes a scandal for a couple weeks or something, and it's like everybody kind of somehow forgets that they were talking about building a state-of-the-art homeless shelter, up to date, brand new, with more services to help people learn finances and maybe some psychological help too, like some mental help, so they can get off of the streets on their feet, living a life where they can pay their rent and be independent. And, you know, there's no, for me, I don't think there's any one magic bullet, any one solution to that issue. And it is a big issue, and we do need to address it. The longer you ignore something, the worse it's going to get. So you keep ignoring those homeless people, or keep ignoring the fact that rent for a bachelor is now up to $1,500 a month. Keep ignoring that shit. Go ahead. By the time you have squirt a couple rugrats out and they hit 18, 20 and they're moving out, they'll be paying fucking $3,000 for a bachelor. So, like, don't call your MPs. Don't use your voice. Don't say nothing. Just let it happen, folks. And when you're paying $5 a liter for gas, don't ask questions why. It's because none of you has opened your fucking mouth. None of you called your MP and said, hey, motherfuckers, you guys make gobs of money and you're doing nothing to help the general public. Nothing. Oh, you help the big business. You help these guys or those guys. You keep coming up with excuses. Oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. When I called the MP's office to bring up the homeless issue, you know what the fucking bitch's response to me was? Well, where would we build it? Are you seriously fucking kidding me right now? What is it, LeBreton Flats? They're building a state-of-the-art or a brand new library where there'll be street performers and coffee shops and spots for quiet, how did they put it? Quiet reflection or whatever. And I'm thinking, Any library I've been to never had a fucking coffee shop in it. Most certainly didn't have street performers in it. And in my head, this was a letter they wrote me back about my issues that I was asking them. And I'm thinking in my head, who the hell wants a library that has street performers in it? And why are you thinking about a library before the homeless? Like, oh, we got a spot in LeBreton Flats to build this fucking huge library, but where would we possibly find a place to build a state-of-the-art shelter for the homeless, for the needy? What would we do? You've got buildings that are sitting empty waiting to be leased. You got piles of cash coming in on a daily basis. Imagine, just for one quick moment, folks, how many tubes of toothpaste are bought on a daily basis. I know, here I go on my freaking rant and my conspiracy crap here, but honestly, if they sell 1 million tubes of toothpaste a day, which I'm sure they sell more than that, they collect tax on all those tubes of toothpaste. That's a lot of money coming in daily. And these assholes, all they can think about is ways to steal it from us, rather than actually giving us something back and in return for our blood, sweat, and tears. That's our money that we're spending at the register every time something gets rung up and there's a tax. You hear that one politician lady? She wants to start an RST, retail sales tax. Are you kidding me? Now, I'm not sure what that refers to exactly, but I'm having a feeling that, let's say, for example, you run a business where when you buy your product, you pay the tax. So when you pass it along and sell it to your customer, you don't charge tax. Let's use that as an example. So if you got such a business model and they don't bother you for taxes because you're not charging them and you pay them when you buy your supplies and everything else, I'm thinking now they want to say to you, well, whenever you do a transaction, that's a retail transaction, so you're going to have to charge some tax to your customer now. It might be 5%. I don't know what this bitch is thinking, but she wants to put another tax on us. I can't imagine that. They legalized marijuana. They've been bringing in that revenue now for a few years. What have they done with that revenue for the people? In Colorado, when marijuana went legal for recreational use, like beyond the medical industry and medical use of marijuana, within, I believe, the first year, excuse me, folks, Bruno Hockaloogie again. Within the first year, you bonehead, he went all the way around, got himself underneath. So anyways, Colorado, within the first year, I believe it was, it might have been a little bit more, they paid all of their national debt back to the country. So the state of Colorado now owed no money to the state, like whether it was back taxes they owed or whatever. Colorado cleared their books. And then guess what happened after that, folks? Even the people that didn't want it were dead against it. They were sure the sky would fall or there'd be a pot dealer on the corner. Guess what happened? They got a check in the mail from the state to say, here's part of the taxes we collected from the sales, recreational marijuana sales. This is, we brought in so much last month, like blank dollars. We took a chunk of that and we split it up between all the residents of Colorado and we issued you all a check. So even the people that were dead against it were like, what the heck? I got a check in my hand. There's no drug dealer on the corner. The sky hasn't fallen. There's no like meth or crack all around the block. It's still just my regular block. I'm not noticing much of a difference as far as what's going on in my neighborhood. Oh, there's a retail store in the corner that sells weed now. Okay, well, and I got a check. Okay, well, I think I can roll with this. And the people, the everyday people of Colorado, the residents, the citizens, that whether they wanted it or not, they all benefited from the legalization of recreational marijuana sales. What has Canada done for us since that douchebag has regulated marijuana? Because he hasn't legalized it, he's regulated it. Yeah, let me tell you the difference, folks. The difference being, you're driving down that side street I told you said 40 clicks an hour on that little short, and you think it's 50 and you're doing a little over 40 and whoop whoop, the piggaroo pulls you over. Oinky oinky. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. You have any bombs, drugs, or whatever? And no, I don't, officer. Sheesh, that's an odd question. Well, you're gonna have to step out of the car. I'm gonna have to check and da 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 da. And maybe they don't know their rights, so they don't stand up to them and they just let them search the car, search their persons, rather than insisting on a search warrant first. Because if you're suspecting me of having C4 in the trunk, I mean, you must have got information from somewhere, so you should have a warrant on you. Like, if you're looking in my trunk for C4, you must have some information. And you would probably already have the warrant before you pulled me over to look for the C4. So if you don't know your rights and you're just like, oh, okay, I mean, you pulled me over because I was doing a couple clicks over, that's the reason for the stop, but sure, I'll let you violate my Canadian rights and just search my person, search my vehicle. And now we're going to go a step further. He finds a half ounce of weed. Uh-oh. Now, some of my subs might be living in states where it's still illegal and there's draconian laws. A half ounce of weed would mean big trouble for you. You would be going to court. You might end up with fines. You might end up in jail. You might even lose your job over a little bit of weed, a dried plant. Now, in Canada, since it's been regulated, that cop wouldn't even bat an eyelash at that half ounce of weed he found in your pocket, in your trunk, in your car, wherever. He'd be like, oh, okay, it's under blank grams. You're within the legal rights to have this on you. But let's say you were dumb enough to be like, sure, officer, I've got nothing to hide. Go ahead, look in my vehicle. And he opens your trunk up and he sees a duffel bag that's closed. He's got no warrant, but he's suspicious. He opens the duffel bag. What does he see? More than an ounce of weed. He sees a couple pounds of weed. Guess what? Now it's up to that cop in Canada. Do I want to destroy this citizen's life and make them go to court because I found some dried flower in their vehicle and it's over a certain amount of grammage? Or do I just want to be discreet about this, give them their ticket for going over the limit or their lights out or whatever the issue was, the original reason for pulling them over, and let them go about their business? That's the difference between legal and regulated. If it was actually legalized, if you got pulled over in Canada, even as a tourist from the States, driving a rental car, and you didn't stand up for your rights and you let the cop look through the vehicle and he found 2 ounces of weed, you'd be fucked. You could be fucked. It would depend on the cop. Like I said, the cop could cut you a break. Here, watch out, buddy. There you go. Yeah, I should have fucking rolled a safety meeting. Whew. Be the first thing I do when I get in. So yeah, you know, the cop could cut you a break and let you go. Oh, you're from the States. Oh, yeah, you're from Colorado. Okay, you stopped by a couple different dispensaries. You're a little over the legal limit. But you know what? As a this is going to be hard for me to say. All my outlaws out there, please forgive me for saying this, but you get that odd cop that's halfway decent, you know, oh, you're from a state where it's legal, you got a little more than what we what's regulated for us here in Canada, but I'm gonna let it go. You know, you're not carrying a loaded weapon like a fucking bazooka, you don't have C4 in the car, whatever, so you're a little over Canada's regulatory amount of weed. I'm gonna let you go. And then he lets you go down your road and you're fine. But that was that one cop in Canada that was halfway decent. Another cop pulls you over and you don't stand up for your rights, and he sees that extra weed over the weight, you could be fucked. It's up to the cop. So that's regulated, not legalized. That's the difference. Now, in a way, it's sort of been like that for a long time with our liquor and our booze. In Quebec, the booze and liquor, I'm not sure if it's a lot cheaper or cheaper at all, but they were selling it in the corner stores until 11 at night for many years. Now in Ontario, they're now providing that, but for quite a while, we would go over to Quebec to grab alcohol once in a while. There was actually, what are you doing, buddy? Are you playing peekaboo? Come on, let's go see your spot over here. If you went to Quebec and you bought like a whole shitload of fucking
2 fours of beer and brought them over to Ontario, say because you got a restaurant or a bar and you got a liquor license, if you were doing stuff like that, you could have gotten in trouble, or you can get in trouble. I think even still to this day, if you're coming over from Quebec to Ontario and you got a trunk full of booze, whether it's for your own personal consumption or for a business, for some odd reason, they can fucking really screw you over. Oh, you got 10 2-4s in your car. We're gonna charge you. We suspect. We're suspicious that this is what the reason is for you for having so many cases of beer. Are you serious? There are families out there waiting for answers from tragedies they went through. Fuck Bowie, come here. Years ago. And you're got guys focusing on people bringing what you consider too much alcohol across a provincial line. Like, because it is within Canada, you're not going across an international border, you're just going from one province to the next. We've had quite free passageway back and forth to Quebec for many years. So, when that bullshit scam was going on, the Novid crap, they were talking about some sort of like toll or way for them to better monitor every single car going across any of the bridges over to Quebec and back into Ontario. And I'm just thinking to myself, seriously? I want to go visit a friend in Quebec now. I got to go through a fucking checkpoint. What are they turning Canada into Nazi Germany? It's insane. Some of the things that have been happening to my country, some of the changes that have been going on are just mind-boggling. I was threatened with an arrest at a Canadian Tire during that whole hoax because I wasn't wearing my mask, and there was an employee with no mask, but yet they were threatening me with arrest and kicking me out of the Canadian Tire. I can't believe it. Then I called a different Canadian Tire and asked if I'd have issues because I don't wear the mask, and she's like, it's my Canadian Tire, don't you worry, you'll be fine, you go ahead. And the Canadian Tire in Bell's Corners accommodated me. They were great. But yes, it's insane that a Canadian citizen could be threatened with arrest. Come on, Bowie. Because he wasn't wearing a face mask. Are you kidding? A fucking face diaper? I didn't have a face diaper on. Just like the employee. But yet they wanted to fucking threaten me with arrest. In Canada. There was another time in a Shoppers. Fucking went in there. I'm pretty sure it was with Mom. She was going to check for something, boric acid or something. And fucking the guy, get out, you can't be in here with no mask, get out. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck? And I even said it, what is Canada becoming China here? Is this communist China? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, there's good change and there's questionable change, and then there's change that just shouldn't happen at all. One of the reasons I think so many bars got shut down and restaurants was because some fucking granola crunching group of salad eating fucking, if you quit smoking today you could add 10 years to your life. Yeah, fuck it, they're the Depends fucking wheelchair years. I don't want them, you can fucking have them. I represent the gun-toting, meat-eating group of fucking people, not the shiny, happy fucking people. So I kind of lost track of what I was saying. Oh, I guarantee you a lot of your favorite spots that you would go to relax and chill and meet up with friends, whether you were a cigarette smoker or not, are now closed because they passed that non-smoking bylaw. The way I see it, that was the beginning of a slippery slope towards tyranny and oppression. Every bar owner, every restaurant owner should have been given the option. You pay a little bit of extra each year for a permit to make it a smoking friendly establishment, and you can keep your smoking status. Nope, everyone had to go non-smoking. Family businesses that were there for 35, 40 plus years shut down real quick because nobody wanted the hassle of having to go outside in the winter to have a smoke or whatever it was. And yeah, now it's like the country that fun forgot. I'm not a cigarette smoker, But I'll go out and chill and party and hang out with people that smoke cigarettes. You know, like, I'm strong, independent, and fucking disciplined. Just because somebody's smoking a cigarette around me doesn't mean I gotta grab one and start huffing away. I smoked for many years and I quit. The third time I quit was the last time I quit. It's been over 10 years now, folks. Over 10 years since I quit. So I can hang out and in a crowd, not like I want to hang out in a smoky fucking nicotine-filled room, but point is, people are thick-skinned and they could. And those those businesses and bars could still be open to this day. All right, folks, you're all rock stars. We're just sitting here at the front of the building. Bowie's ready to go in. Say goodbye, Bowie. There he goes. He's saying goodbye, folks. Yes, he is. What a good boy you are. I got a treat for you. Let me give you a treat right now. Let me see. What has Uncle Chris got for you? What is that? You gonna shake a paw? Shake a paw. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, you are. Did you see that, folks? He shook a paw. What a good boy you are. So we're gonna end it there. Hit the prescription. Bell notification, ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong. That's like filling the prescription. You'll know whenever I post something new. Leave a comment below. Help the channel grow. Share with a friend that might be into this. Jokes, army tobacco, walking dogs, good eats, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't hit on the way in, hit it on the way out. Peace out. Bless up. Stay frosty, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other. It's getting hairy out there. But remember, it doesn't hurt to be polite. Hold the door open. Smile. Save being a dick for another day. Cheers.